Uber. All right. Uber, everybody. Hey, you like making great money, right? Here's a really cool opportunity I had to share with you. This always starts off like it's a drug deal. Like, hey, man, you like making good money, right? Come on down the alley. You got a car and a driver's license? Driving with Uber. How old are you? Uber's that popular smartphone. You know, fucking Amazon sent me a fucking email, Nia.
What do you mean?
Saying they're going to close my account by October 31st because I never filled out the thing that said I wasn't interacting, or I wasn't trying to interact with people 13 years of age or lower.
What?
On my website. On my website, like I do the Amazon link. Like
right.
If you go into Amazon, if you just click the link and you go there, it doesn't cost you any money, but Amazon kicks me a little bit of money for driving traffic to their site.
Yes.
And then I take 10% of that.
Yes.
And I throw it to...
Wounded Warriors.
Not Wounded Warriors, anybody, because somebody told me that was a little sketchy. Is that sketchy? I have no idea. I don't know how to figure it out. But I found that St. Jude's is good.
Well, I don't think we should...
I'm finding with, like,
Wounded Warriors... I don't think we should
Warriors,
say Wounded Warriors is sketchy.
I don't know if they are, but I find like...
I feel like we shouldn't say that.
I feel like Wounded Warriors, I want to walk up to the wounded guy and give him the money directly. Because I just feel like with the infrastructure...
Give him an envelope, like in the Mafia?
Why not?
Sure. If you're going to locate all the Wounded Warriors and then personally...
No, but I figured like whatever I'm going to give...
What these organizations
if whatever I give helps one guy, why don't I just... Or one woman, why don't I just walk up to that one person? So there's no infrastructure.
And how do you
I'll pay the gas money.
How do you propose that's going to work, Bill?
I got a podcast. I just said it.
Okay, so everyone's going to email to you and claim to be a Wounded Warrior.
And then I'll have like a little, like one of those game show things with everybody's name in it, and I'll fucking crank it around.
Like a bingo thing.
And I'll pull it out. And the winner is...
Yeah, but they can't...
And all the fucking money I'm giving goes to you.
But they can't prove that they're wounded by interacting with them on the internet. That's why you have Wounded Warriors and organizations like that. Like, because how are you going to know? Are you going to, like, do a home visit and then look around and be like, all right, and then whip out your checkbook?
You know, you really just took all the sunshine out of that, didn't you?
Sorry.
Anyways, so Amazon goes, you never filled out something that basically said that your website is not interacting with people under like 13 years of... I don't know if they listened to the podcast and it was fucking like me saying cunt and all this stuff. And they're like, what about children?
So people who don't like cursing.
I don't know what it is. So now I got to
not like Amazon for being
so now they made me feel all creepy.
Well, why don't you just say that you're not interacting with 13-year-olds?
Well, why don't they fucking ask me from the beginning and then not fucking come at me later like you never said that? It's like, dude, you never fucking asked me.
What do you mean? I thought you said they did ask you to say
No, they just send me a random email out of nowhere going, you never said this. It's like, dude, you never fucking asked me.
Well, did you answer it?
No. I have until the 31st. Fuck you.
So what are we talking about?
I'm talking about them not asking the question and then coming at me like I'm some sort of fucking weirdo.
I think you're taking it a little too personally.
It isn't personally. You don't have somebody on the internet go, are you or are you not interacting with aimed at 13-year-olds? Yeah, it's fucking weird. Fuck you, Amazon, you fucking jerk-offs. Are you? Oh, what are they going to do?
Don't.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
I don't know.
The webs, what are they going to do? Not send me boxes of shit that I don't need? Fucking assholes. You want to send your packages by drones? Huh?
Do they really?
Yeah, a bunch of toilet covers flying past your fucking house. What? So they can save money so they don't have to have some guy drive it? You know what? Fuck Amazon and fuck the fucking link. All right, Uber, everybody.
You are never going to have another advertiser sponsor you again. You realize that, right?
I don't do it because of that.
That's true. You do it for the fans, man.
I do it because it's fun. If you're dumb enough to fucking advertise on my podcast, just with my reading skills alone, I've already compared the Uber app to like fucking drug dealers. I don't give a shit here. I don't give a shit. I live within my means. I'm wearing tennis shorts.
Nantucket, you're such a rebel.
I drive an 8-year-old.
Such a rebel, Bill.
I drive an 8-year-old.
In your tennis shorts on the island of Nantucket.
You stop telling these maniacs where I am.
Oh, sorry.
That's one of the rules. You never tell them that. You just you leave them like, why is he wearing tennis shorts? Why would he be doing that? This guy's even weirder than I thought. I have to keep listening. Once you go, oh, he's on fucking Nantucket, then they go, oh, now it all makes sense. Now they're not listening. And Uber loses money. All right, hey, guys, you like making great money, right? Here's a really cool opportunity I evidently had to share with you. Driving with Uber. Uber's that popular smartphone app that connects riders with drivers. I take Uber a bunch. Did you know that, Nia? I love them, by the way. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Nothing I like better than getting into a complete stranger's car that isn't regulated by any sort of government fucking entity. Hey, buddy, how are you? Let's roll the dice again. Some of them have really interesting stories as to why they drive with Uber. I'm fucking broke, man. I don't make enough money at my other job. Jesus Christ, is that interesting? They love being their own boss. Don't they work for Uber? They earn great money. Well, their cars are halfway decent. They must be investing it in real estate. It's easy to start. This happened because you're here. You just need a car and a license. Exactly. No other background check, is there? Driving with Uber, got off on a murder, a technicality. Hey, welcome to Uber. Driving with Uber is great for anyone who needs flexibility. Parents, this is a really easy way to work around your family schedule. Students, you can make some extra money between classes. Doesn't that sound filthy? Now's the prime time to cash in with driving with Uber. You'll thank me for telling you how to get paid every week. I could be getting into your car when you drive with Uber. Call to action. You got a car and a license. Put them both to work for you and start earning serious life-changing money today. Sign up to Drive with Uber. Visit drivewithuber.com. That's drivewithuber.com. Drivewithuber.com. Huh? All right. Size issues. Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. Maybe you need a motorcycle. All right. Size issue. ¿Qué pasa, Bernardo? Hola, Bernardo, ¿qué pasa? Ocho. We all know your disability to read properly. Well, you know what? You don't even know how to write a sentence properly. Half of this shit is I get too far in front of myself, and the other half is you guys don't know how to write a fucking sentence. We all know your disability to read properly. Is that even written correctly? Or am I a moron again? We all know you have a disability when it comes to reading properly. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? So I don't fuck. So I'm going to give it my best shot to keep it very short. Look at you coming with the arrogance like you have all life figured out, right? You got something tattooed on your rib cage. As you may have read the subject title of this email, you may already know where this is heading. Yeah, you seem pretty cocky for a guy with a little dick. He says, I recently got into an argument with my girlfriend, who I've been with for a little more than 2.5 years, where she told me that she wished I had a bigger dick. Oh, man. Yeah, that relationship is over, dude. That relationship is over one of two ways. Either one, she's just trying to be so fucking mean to you that you break up with her because she doesn't want to be the bad guy, or she's just such a fucking self-involved human being that she doesn't realize, like, how mean that is. That'd be like you said, yeah, no, I like you. I wish your tits were bigger. That would just be the meanest fucking thing. Why would you say that to somebody that you cared about? That's a horrible thing to say, sir. You know what? You started off as an arrogant cunt. Now I'm feeling bad for you. Dude, that's not the mother of your kids. Just take the dick out of the equation. What if you just said your nose is too big? That's just fucking, that's just something a terrible person says. She goes, I was shocked to hear this and didn't know what to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the first time she ever mentioned my penis size. Also the first time in my life, by the way, I guess anybody's ever brought it up. To be honest, I don't know that I'm not well endowed with my 5.5-inch rocket. You're a little below average, sir. I'm not going to lie to you. Now I'm being mean. You know, you can grab the rim, but you can't stuff it home, if you know what I mean. And I did have insecurities about it in the past, but learned to accept it and moved on. I never heard any of my former bed partner girls complain, and the sex was usually great. I know that it may sound ridiculous, but those few words were heartbreaking to hear and put a big giant stain on my confidence. Yeah, it's a terrible thing that she said. I haven't felt like having sex ever since ever since she made that remark, and I am afraid it's going to be a while. I haven't spoken to her since the argument, since I work a lot, we don't live together. I know it's a stupid thing to be upset about. No, it isn't, sir. You're 100% in the right. 100% in the right. And he goes, and I usually don't really care about penis sizes, but hearing that you're small from your own girlfriend is a whole other story. I'm typically not that guy that gets back at her by pointing out her physical flaws, but I don't know where to go from here. It's even been difficult texting with her. What do I do, Bill? Got any advice? Okay, you said you don't know where to go from here? I can tell you exactly where to go. Right out her front fucking door. That's it. It's a wrap, sir. It's a wrap, okay? Now listen, I'm not saying that she's wrong for wanting a bigger dick, okay? Like, she needs more to satisfy her or whatever, or she just wants to go out and bang some fucking big dick dude at this point. All right? You know, but her tact is wrong. Okay? You would accept it yourself, which is one of the greatest things you can do that leads towards being happy every day, which leads you to treating the people around you respectfully, which leads them to treating you respectfully, which leads to more happiness. She fucked with the core of your happiness. You know? You felt good about yourself. She pointed out something and made you feel horrible about yourself. It's one of the worst fucking things she could have done as far as mentally to you. And right now, the last thing you want to do is go out and say the same thing to her. All right? If you really want to do, just paraphrase what the fuck I just said. It just I don't know. And I would just leave it at that. And the childish thing to do, this is what, if you really want to get her back, just say, and the childish thing for me to do would point out some of your physical flaws. And the great thing is you leave it ambiguous. Okay? And I guarantee you, she's going to be in a bathroom mirror staring at herself, if you want to get mean. Okay? But, you know what but I got to tell you something, what's even better. You got to have this, what's known as the self-esteem breakup. Okay? Which you're totally in the right here, and you just say, listen, all right, what you said to me, I used to feel good about myself, and what you said to me messed with the core of my own happiness and how I feel about myself. And that's not what I'm looking for in a girlfriend or a potential wife. And I just can't see you ever being a good mother. If you would say something like that. It's just something along those lines. I don't know. I keep going mean. Don't go mean. Whatever the fuck I just said. I was just trying to paraphrase what the fuck I said. But, dude, this is... You should feel good about yourself, all right? You know, you're not a porn star, but you're also, you know, you're not like... You're not what she's making you out to be here, all right? That's it. You're still in the game, sir. Okay? You're not part of the starting five. Hey, neither am I. You know, but you and I, we come off that bench, okay? We're the kind of guys. We're the guys that go in the corners, right? Yeah, man, that's you're 100% advice. My advice would be that this girl is not anywhere near the level of maturity she needs to be, and might never even get to that level. The only redeeming thing that I can say to her is she has such a difficult time doing what she wants to do in life that maybe she wanted to break up with you for a while and she didn't know how to do it and was building up, and then there was just an argument and then she just said that. Or, I don't know. Have you said anything to her? I have no idea. Oh, it's funny. He says, thanks for the weekly podcast. You have no idea what it means to me. See you in Amsterdam. Well, from what this other guy was writing, sir, there's a bunch of beautiful ladies out there in Amsterdam. Yeah, dude. The fuck? They're all riding bikes. They're in great goddamn shape. Go out and go find yourself a sweetheart. All right? All right, there you go. Okay. Fat wife won't let me work out. There's nothing funnier than just getting to the point
What?
and just being the
I
truth.
don't even want to hear the question. I just love like the.
I mean, that's like a one-liner. Fat life won't let me work out. I love it. That's one of the greats of all time. Questions. Hey there, Billy Goat. Let's see here. I have a problem and would like your hilarious opinion on what I should do. Me and my wife have been together about 5 years now and married for 2. When we first got together, I was a young stud in my prime, in shape and crushing ass left and right. She was in good shape too. I used to work out 4 to 5 days a week and life was great. When we got married, she didn't like me going to the gym because she says I will leave her for a fitness chick. The insecurity. All right. I got to the point where I had to get her a membership so we could go together just so I could have my joy of pumping iron. But she only went 4 times and stopped going.
Pumping iron.
Pumping iron, you got to do it. This guy's an old school guy, pumping iron.
People still say pumping, but he was probably.
Yeah, he says it. You know. You know, doesn't some of your older relatives call people jive turkeys? Huh? Do I got to watch Ghost Dog? You gotta fucking
and leave my shoes on the stairs, whatever the fuck that means. What does that fucking mean?
I just love. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you something. As a comedian,
random.
But as a comedian, I respect the balls of an obscure reference. She probably got offended me like, what? Because it's Bill Cosby. We all saw the fucking movie. You think I saw every black movie that's out there? Fucking asshole. I think maybe she's really into movies and she's fucking offended that you think that, you know, that she would go watch that pile of shit.
Oh my God.
All right. So anyways, now we just...
Wait, I'm sorry. Just real quick, just before we move on. I do find that like white guys do have the most random fucking movie references ever. Like nerdy white guys have the most they're throwing it out there like everybody knows it. I do feel. Now,
do you feel like it's isn't some of it random because maybe they're watching really white shit that you wouldn't watch? Because I think because I kind of get, you know, like you every once in a while, like, you know, some of your peeps will be over our house and something will come on that I've never heard of, and you guys go fucking nuts like.
Right.
It's like Frosty the Snowman. Every year I would watch this shit. I have no idea what it is. So maybe there's some of that. Anyways, I don't want to get into that guy's fucking quagmire. Huh? Conundrum, quagmire. We're using all the big ones. All right. Anyways, now we just had a baby. Girl. Congratulations. And we're both tired and out of shape. I want to get back into the gym and get rid of this dad bod, but I can't because she guilt trips me saying I could help with the baby instead. Instead of wanting to get in shape, also, she always says I'm going to get ripped and leave her for a skinny girl in the gym, and it annoys the shit out of me. That is annoying.
Yeah, but you feel really insecure, like, after you have a baby, because it's just your body. It's like they don't prepare you for what childbirth does to your body.
I know, but she was doing this shit before.
Right, but she's like moving at. But no, I'm not saying that they should get a babysitter so she can work out, so they can work out together or whatever.
Yeah, but he already tried that and she only went 4 times. So now, listen.
She doesn't want to work out.
I've lost 3 friends this year, 2 heart attacks and a stroke. Like, what this guy's doing is actually, like, gonna prolong his life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you don't want to have a kid with the guy and then he drops of a fucking heart attack. I mean, what are we doing here? Anyways, instead of wanting to get in shape, okay, I read all of that. What should I do? I don't want to give up working out, but I also don't want to feel unsupportive as a husband. Keep up the good work. Congrats on the baby boy. I mean, see, his heart's in the right place. Go to the fucking gym.
That's really hard. And you know what, though? You have to go to the gym, though, because it's what you feel, what makes you feel good. And, like, she'll get over it. She won't take it personally. Just
have her blow you before you go to the gym.
Oh,
then she can relent. What? That's a good...
No, you just give her extra
hugs and
kisses and tell her she's beautiful and tell her she's a great mom and you'll help her out like whenever she needs it and she'll get over it. Like she's just
take your dick out and be like, do you want to hang on to this? Huh?
You see this?
See this?
This is gonna walk right out that door if you don't let me go to the gym.
No, you got
It's just sensitive right now. It's a very sensitive time, so you have to be.
But she was sensitive before too.
Yeah, I know, and it might not. Who knows? It might be a bigger thing, but for now, just like. But you should still go to the gym because, you need to get your stress out and all that other shit too. So, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. All right. I text everyone. We drive back. We're back in Austin, and I text everyone over at Joe Rogan's new club, the Comedy Mothership. I was going over there to check that place out, which I already saw. Like most of you, I saw the videos on the internet. I was like, my God, this place looks amazing. And I went in there, and I'm not going to even just mince words here. That's the greatest comedy club I've ever been in. And I've been in some great ones. Caroline's. These are the best ones I was in before Joe's. Caroline's, Hilarities in Cleveland. Comics, the one that when it was in the meatpacking district went out of business. Gotham. The Stand. Those were like so nice. You're like, how is this still a comedy club? Because you're used to them being like smaller, holes in the wall or whatever, And I went to the Rogan one, and I don't even know where to begin. All I can tell is when you go in that place, you can tell that every fucking thing on the wall, on the floor, on the ceiling, sight lines, everything in that place was painstakingly gone over to make sure that it was absolutely perfect. And that's what I kept telling Joe. He goes, how do you like the club? And I was like, dude, it is fucking perfect. It's fucking perfect. You have to, like, the colors of the booth, the Mitzi's place, I think that's what it's called, the bar downstairs, the main room, the smaller room. I did sets Saturday and Sunday there in the smaller room, and I love that place. And Harlan Williams, what do you say there, Freckles? He was there in the main room, so I got to see him headline that place. And just the green room, the food, the whole thing was amazing. And I knew that he would have this option. I was like, if a comedian is designing the club, he's going to have the option that you can either deal with the crowd or not deal with the crowd. Meaning, when your set is over, if you want to go out and talk to the crowd, a.k.a. you had a good set. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you pissed a few people off, and when you go behind the curtain, you just want to stay there, and you can get to the green room without having to deal with anybody. It is fucking amazing. But the coolest thing that combined two huge worlds of mine, stand-up comedy and Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan, I guess, played that place when it was called the Ritz back in the day. And that's another thing. It was like a punk club, and he had for wallpaper in the green room all like the actual posters of all of these punk bands, Circle Jerks, Misfits, all of these classic bands. I'm not a big punk band guy. I'm not cool. I was listening to disco, as you heard when I was making fun of the Canadians. But Stevie Ray Vaughan played there in like 1983, and Joe somehow got somebody to find photos of him playing there. And for big Stevie Ray Vaughan fans, it was that time in his career right before he started wearing a cowboy hat on stage, and he had that sort of not Kango style, I don't know what you call it, like the Brian Johnson style hat that he had when, right from when he was Stevie Ray Vaughan in Triple Threat, and he had a woman in the band before he got with Chris Layton, Tommy Shannon, Double Trouble, before they added Reese. Yeah, kind of into those guys. Anyway, he had these two amazing, like, life-size photos of Stevie Ray Vaughan. And Stevie Ray Vaughan is like one of those artists that I find transcends what he does. Like, he's so good at what he does, even though you don't, like, I tell jokes, I don't play guitar. He's so fucking good at it. It's like I want to get better at what I
how do I become the Stevie Ray Vaughan of what I'm doing? Which obviously is impossible. I mean, that guy's a once in a century talent. But it does make you dig deeper and try to get better. So to see those pictures, and also just to know that you're in a place that guy played in. Like, I really feel that when you perform in a place like that, like whatever they did, the magic of it is somewhere there. If you're into that spiritual shit, which I actually am. So I went down there that night. Joe wasn't there, so I had to see him. So I made sure the next night I went down there again to hang out with him. But Adam Ray was down there too, one of my favorites, and I met a couple of comedians there. This guy, William, that was hosting, I never got his last name. He was funny as hell. And then I brought this kid up that I thought was great, named Miles Johnson. Was really funny. Just really, and the club also had open mic night, which is something that went away during my stand-up career. It was how an open mic night was crucial for new comedians, and it was crucial for the comedy clubs to keep, it was like the draft. You had to keep developing new comedians to keep the scene alive. And I always felt that one of the big mistakes that so many comedy clubs did was they stopped having open mic nights, and then it just became like the Dust Bowl, where you just keep farming on the same land until it's just, nothing grows there anymore, So that was another great thing. And it's right on 6th Street, and it's just, 6th Street's a little loud for me in my old ears, but like it is, you feel like that excitement of youth and that type of thing coming down the street. So that's another great energy to have in the club. I can't say, like, Joe absolutely fucking picked the perfect venue and crushed it. It's unbelievable. So anyway, so that all happens. That's Saturday. Killer show Friday at College Station. Which, by the way, Chris Layton, drummer for Stevie Ray Vaughan, came out to with one of his buddies. I'm dropping names all over the place. I don't give a fuck. All right, I'm still giddy. So that was Saturday. One of the greatest days on the road I've ever had. And then Sunday, we still get to go to the race. And we showed up, and all the races were great. I would say the best race of the day was the Moto 3 race, which I was so psyched because I haven't seen one of those races since they stopped having them on TV. They do have them on their website, but like I get so fucking busy that I only watch the Moto GP. So for those who don't watch the sport, there's Moto 3, Moto 2, and then the top level. And Moto 3 is like 17, 18-year-old future fucking, stars of MotoGP on their way up. And they all get the same engine. They almost look like those cafe racers. And it was this absolutely fucking insane race where this number 5, and I forget the other guy, they kept swapping the lead, and then the lead guy crashed. And he just sort of low-sided it on the like turn 14 or 16 or something like that, somewhere over there. And the dude right behind him, number 5, had to slow down. And in slowing down, he went from second and being on the podium to being like 5th or 6th. And there was only 2 laps to go. And dude, this guy, I don't know who this kid is, but he raced angry, man. He fucking just went all out, passed 2 guys in one fucking turn, I believe, and worked his way all the way back up to second place again. Crowd was going crazy. And then the next one was Moto 2. And I'm a Joe Roberts fan. I got to root for the Americans here. And he's got the red, white, and blue bike. And he was in, I think he was in 16th. And he got all the way up to 9th at one point. And I think there was something going on with the bike because he was riding great. But I got to watch him. He ran great. And that was another amazing race. And then the last one, the MotoGP one, was crazy because it was really windy. Like on Saturday it was hot, but on Saturday it was really windy. And like on the first lap, like 3 guys like just fucking wiped out. I don't know what was going on. Like they said something about the tire pressure in the front tire, and the wind was just taking these guys out. And like I think like 9 riders went down, not getting bumped or anything, just going into a turn, and the bike just went out from underneath him, I think with the wind or something like that. I have no idea. But on like the first lap, like guy Fabio Gianantonio, whatever his name is, riding that light blue Ducati, he low-sided and then slid into his own teammate, Alex Marquez. Just took him right out. I mean, they couldn't have been more than 4 turns into the fucking race. And $2 million of motorcycles and an entire team were out. I forget who else wiped out. I don't know if it was Jack Miller or something like that. There was so many big names that went down. Of course, is it Pecco or Pekka? Francesco Bagnai. I don't know how to say his name. He was in first place. The second race in a row, he low-sided and didn't get any goddamn point. He did get to 25, I think, in the sprint race. But I'm totally back into this sport. I had a great time. Alex Rins ended up winning it. And they asked me the night before, they go, hey, do you want to present the trophy? Club Soda called me up. Hey, they want to know if you want to present the trophy. And I'm like, for what? They're like, the guy who wins the MotoGP. I'm like, they want me to do that? Doesn't that like a hot chick does that? They're like, they're asking you. And I always say no to that shit. I'm always like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I can barely ride a motorcycle. That's stupid. I shouldn't do that. That's outside my wheelhouse. But I was just like, I'll do that. I don't give a fuck, right? So I show up. The end of the race, they bring me down there. I'm standing behind the fucking podium, and I'm watching, like, these guys as they come in, first, second, and third place guy, and their team's going nuts, and they're all screaming and how psyched they are. I've always seen that on TV, but to see it live, the energy is crazy. On the other side, where I was sitting, I saw them bringing in all the bikes that wiped out on this sad little golf cart that brought it in on a trailer. So fucking funny, man, to see a bike that can go 220 fucking miles an hour getting brought in on a little golf cart, towed in.
Girlfriend cheating on her diet. What up, Billy Redknob?
I already don't like this person.
Why? You don't like that delivery?
No, that's actually pretty funny. Girlfriend cheating, ... on her diet.
On her diet? That sounds like a gay guy wrote that. On her diet.
Ridiculous.
Scandalous. I'm 27 years old and have a girlfriend of 6 years whom I live with. When we first got together, she had a sexy, athletic body. That all changed last year when she got promoted and started working long hours in a high-stress position. She began smoking weed almost every night, claiming it helped her relax after a hard day's work.
Yeah, man.
She also started eating like shit, lots of fast food, larger portions, etc. She's probably 60 to 70 pounds heavier than when we first met. And on her 5'3" frame, it fucking shows, man. After ignoring my subtle... That would show on a 6-foot frame. After ignoring my
probably 60 to 70 pounds heavier.
After ignoring my subtle hints for the last year, I finally sat her down last month and said enough is enough. She needs to make an effort to get healthier. I did everything to support her in losing weight. I paid for an expensive supplement program that her coworkers recommended. I started making her healthy lunches every day to take to work. When she'd get home from work, I'd have a healthy dinner ready for her on the table. I even paid for a new gym membership and bought her a new bicycle. Today, I found a hidden cache of fast food wrappers in the garage. This led me to look at her bank statements from the last month. She's been picking up fast food on her way home from work nearly every day since we talked. This sounds like a Biggest Loser story. Not only that, she'd also buy fast food at lunches sometimes too, suggesting that she was tossing the lunches I made her in the trash. This really pissed me off. I'm a guy who takes care of my body and want a woman who does the same. She's only 24 and hasn't had children. She shouldn't have a beer gut, jowls, and saggy tits. You were so in the pocket. You were so in the pocket.
I want to fucking take your computer and throw it out the goddamn window. Can you please finish the rest of this so I can go off on this asshole? Please, just finish it, because I swear to fucking God. I swear to God.
I think he's making a lot of good points.
Oh my God.
The fact that I spent...
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
and don't scream too close to the computer. I can't use a mixer this week. The fact that I spent all this money and effort on her, only to have her sabotage it and hide it from me, makes me seriously call our relationship into question. What would you do in my situation? Oh my God, Nia's taking off her shoes.
Oh my God. You know what? You know what? You
Hey,
shallow.
we have to be quiet.
I know. And you know what? You shallow, just bullshit fucking asshole guy who wrote this letter. Let me explain something to you right now. You think you care about her health? You don't care about her health. You certainly don't care about her state of mind. All you care about is whether or not your girlfriend's hot enough. What, for you, for your friends, for society? You don't give a shit. You said yourself she's got this job, she's stressed out, and so she's stress eating. That's what a lot of people do, okay? And you're sitting here, you seem like you were well-intentioned, right? But now it seems like you're just being fucking shallow because you don't care. You don't care about anything that's going on inside of her, physically or mentally or emotionally. All you care about is what she looks like. And now you're mad because she's like hiding it from you and you're calling into question her relationship. You've been with her for 6 years and you're going to call into question her relationship, how she feels about you because she's going through something emotional. Why don't you talk to her about how she feels instead of trying to put a Band-Aid on the problem and making it seem like you care when you obviously don't give a shit, okay? You're a shallow, superficial douchebag, and she should dump your ass and get hot, even hotter than when. And she's 24. You met her.
Wait a minute. Time out. Now, how would she go about getting even hotter? By losing 60 to 70 pounds?
No, you know what? She could get hotter by finding a guy who's making more money and who's nicer and like just a better person.
So she should become a gold-digging fat whore?
No.
Wait a minute. Now listen. Here's the deal.
Forget her even.
Time out. You're being too hard. I'm going to tell you right now.
She should just dump you.
No. Yeah, you're being.
You mean she had a better body when she was a teenager than she was when she started to get into like her midlife? What a surprise! That's unbelievable. That happens.
Oh my God!
When people get older and have like grown-up responsibilities, that's really crazy how that happens.
Sir, you hit the. Listen.
And you've got what, like a 6-pack and a full head of hair, and you're just like the hottest guy ever, right? And that's not going to change for you maybe in 10 years. If you go through something and you're having a hard time, and the person that you supposedly love and cares about you and has been with you for 6 years just decides to toss you aside because you gained some weight. Fuck you.
Wait a minute. Okay, time out. Can I defend this guy a little bit here?
Of course, sure. That's what you do. You defend the assholes who write into you. So go ahead.
Well, yeah, I can't bite the hand that feeds. No, I'm not defending this guy just to defend this guy. Okay, first of all, you're ignoring the fact that this guy, he sat down with her in a nice way. Okay, in a caring way. Nia, to be 5'3" and put on 60 to 70 pounds, you're setting yourself up for heart disease, and you're going to die. And this guy, she hasn't even had kids yet. Okay, time out. And she has to go through all of that, which you know, Nia, okay, that's already hard enough as it. She's only 24 years old. You should not be 60 to 70 pounds. Overweight is obese. This girl is 2 times, on her way to 3 times. At 24, she's blowing out her body, and she's never going to be in shape again. And she's going to live a miserable fucking life, a very difficult life because of it. She's going to blow out her knees. I'm telling you, all of this shit is going to come. And this guy, he did not sit down and say, hey, you used to be hot, and now you're not. He's sat, time out. No, he isn't. Time out. He sat down with her like an adult and said that basically, I'm concerned about you. You know, we said, I love you. I'm concerned about you. I want to help you get healthier. This guy is making lunches for her. He's paying for a gym. He's doing all of this stuff. And in the end, when he's trying to help her out, and then she's going behind his back, eating, which she's doing it out of a shame thing, he felt betrayed. And then the anger comes out. And then that's when he says beer gut jowls and saggy tits. Okay, now this is the thing, Nia. Like,
it's unnecessary for him to put it I understand what you're saying. Okay?
Well, he has to, because he can't say that to her, and he has to get his anger out, or he has to make a fucking joke. He has to do something. And yeah, this guy's also 27 years old. He says he keeps himself in fucking shape, which, you know something? That's not fair to your partner. It's not fair to your partner to go out and put on that kind of weight, okay?
She's 24 years old, though. She can bounce back. It's not like she's 44. She's 24.
Okay, like
I know
it's
that.
hard to lose that kind of weight, of course, but she can do it. But I'm just saying, like,
I'm not.
why can't he like
I
be
didn't
more
say.
emotional? He's doing all this stuff where you like do all like the physical stuff, but he seems like he's incapable of being like emotionally supportive
That's
to
not
her.
true.
Because
What are you
that's
talking about?
clearly
He
the
was.
issue.
He was in the beginning. He was in the beginning. He did this. What he's doing in the end is he's talking to me, guy to guy. She's 24 years old, hasn't even had kids. She shouldn't have a beer gut, jowls, and saggy tits. You know what? He's coming at her like a football coach.
Well, she doesn't need a football coach.
He
She
didn't
needs a
say
boyfriend
it to her.
that
He
he
didn't
loves.
say it to her. He said it to me.
Suggesting she was tossing the lunches I made her in the trash.
Yeah.
Who knows? She might have just.
She's probably
been, like,
eating them both.
She's probably eating them both.
Right. What would you do in my situation? That helped this fucking guy out. He seems like he's keeping himself in shape. He's actually a great boyfriend. If he was a dick, he would have said, I'm breaking up with you because you have a beer gut and jowls. He didn't. He tried to help her with the fucking problem. Guys, problem solve, okay? Help this guy connect with her emotionally. So, I mean, look, she's got this high-stress fucking job, but, like, at some point, you know, you got to settle into the stress of your job or you have to get a new fucking job, but this is what it's doing to you. All right? And yeah, I got to tell you, you get 60 to 70 pounds overweight at 24 fucking years of age. What's going to happen at 34? And yeah, that is a legitimate question. It's a legitimate question because that weight thing is, you know, it starts happening. People die, Nia. Not to bring up a bad fucking subject.
Yeah, you're really you're kind of like taking it to the extreme, though. I mean,
but Nia, if you're going to think about being with somebody for the rest of their life, you're going to have kids with this person. They're already this much overweight. They're not going to be there. They're not going to fucking be there.
all right, fine. Maybe I went too far when I was calling him an asshole and all that kind of stuff. Man,
I think you had a normal reaction because
acting out of yeah.
his
It's that last thing. You know what I mean? Because you know what, you're right. Everything that he says he's doing in terms of making her healthy meals and buying her a bike and the gym membership, that's all well and good. And maybe this is the part about men and women that's difficult because yes, you guys try to problem solve. You don't try to connect on an emotional level and say like,
no, you bury the emotions,
right?
And you go to the gym.
Exactly. Where it sounds like what she needs to blow off steam, and a lot of people do. They eat, they drink, they smoke weed, they do other drugs. This is how they cope. These are how people cope.
That's another thing.
With
She
life
starts
skills.
using fucking I can't. I mean, alcohol's a drug, but now she's
weed, and that increases your hunger for most people, like you wouldn't believe. So
All
yeah,
right,
and you don't want a salad when you're high. You want pizza and cheeseburger and nachos.
Let me ask you this, Nia. Let me ask you this. Let's just say you're dating me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been going out for 2 years. I'm in great shape, and then all of a sudden, the stress of the road, I put on 60 to 70 pounds and start smoking weed. Now, you're going to tell me that you're not going to entertain breaking up with me. You're not going to sit there and be like, this is going to be the father of my kids. This is the person I'm going to spend my life with. This guy who's acting like he's in fucking Wayne's World and Uncle Buck all at the same time.
You know what? I honestly can't say that I would. If you all of a sudden that's all you were doing with yourself, and whenever you weren't on the road, you were just sitting around smoking weed and eating.
You know what? You're full of
like,
shit. If I came home, imagine my pasty, freckled torso with man tits,
right?
my fucking navel the size of a $50 now,
Yeah.
smoking weed, and just sitting there fucking, you know, that's going to affect my sex drive. And now I'm getting on top of you.
Sweating all
right?
over me.
Yeah. You got to get on top of me. I look like I'm pregnant. I mean, give me a fucking break. Right? And then you're walking down the street and you're seeing all these other guys going to the gym. And you're in the prime of your fucking life.
Yeah.
And you're going to pick a mate for the rest of your fucking life. And I'm already looking like I've worked on Wall Street for 30 fucking years. You're not going to sit there and have any second thoughts. Come on, dude.
I mean, I might not be as such to you. That's for sure. But I wouldn't
Can
stop.
you just tear the Band-Aid off and just say what you're going to say?
But I wouldn't be like, I need to. That's the other
How would
thing
you
that I have a
approach
problem.
me? How would you approach me?
No, but listen, the
I'm
thing is,
60 to
this
70
is the
pounds.
problem. This is the problem that I have, especially with this whole letter. The fact that I spent all this money and effort on her, only to have her sabotage it and hide it from me, makes me seriously call our relationship into question. Why does that call your relationship into question?
Because she's being deceptive.
Yeah, because she's going through some emotional shit, but she's being deceptive about food. It's not like she's like cheating on. She's like, you know what I mean?
I know she is.
For him to take it, to make it to seem like, oh, or do you really not love me now because you're not following this diet that we agreed that you would follow? Like that's not a fair comparison to make on somebody. Like it's really not fair to do that.
No, is it fair to do what she's doing?
Well, she's not doing it against him. And as a way to hurt him.
I know she isn't.
So you can't say, is it fair for her to be doing that to him?
You know
because
something.
This is not what
classic,
it's like.
But this is this classic fucking female thing, where you guys are right when you're right, and you're right when you're wrong. Like you're acting like. You
think she's doing this to hurt him?
Well, why can't she be a little more mature and just say like, listen, why can't she sit down with him, and just level with him and let him know? Just say, listen, I got to be honest with you. I know that you care about me. I know that you sat down and you had this conversation with me, and I know that I said I was going to do this and this and this, but I'm actually doing that, and I'm actually, not going to the gym, and I feel bad that you're wasting your money and all that, and you're taking all this time to make a lunch every morning. How loving is that he's doing that?
She should do that.
Yeah, all right then. She's not 100% free of guilt. The thing about it is, Nia, is that guys are guys, and we talk like guys, and guys just get to the fucking heart of the matter.
I don't like the fact, what he said, he looked at her bank statements from last month. She's been picking up fast food on her way home for nearly every day.
I gotta tell you, Nia, that's a chick thing to do. Go through somebody's email and snoop. He's Snoop.
It is. It's
Snoop.
It's,
And now you don't like that? Now what if a woman did it? You probably would like it.
No, I don't. I hate when
she
people...
had a hunch.
No, I don't like
because
when people check self. I have friends who check, and I don't think it's smart to do. I think it's ridiculous. And also, it's like, don't look, because you... More than likely, you're going to see something that you don't want to see.
Well, I'll be checking your emails later on today.
I have nothing to hide.
All right,
you can check all my emails.
All right, so what should he do in this situation?
Well, first of all, I should probably apologize for saying fuck you and calling you an asshole. But yeah, you should just sit down and have a talk with her and just say, I'm concerned about you and what's going on with you emotionally. Like, tell me what's going on. How
does he deal with...
Maybe we can go for a walk after work, and you can tell me about your day.
When he brings up the fact that he snooped and looked at her bank statements,
he does not need to do that.
Well, let's just say he does, because at this point now his girlfriend she's
gonna freak out,
and she can get a lot of weight behind those punches now.
You're such a dick. No, he should just say, I'm worried about you because I feel like you're going through some stuff, and I tried to help you, but maybe it's not enough. Do you want to talk to me? Do you want to talk to somebody else? How are you feeling? Because she probably feels shitty about herself. She probably feels terrible about herself.
If she goes...
She's gained that much weight. None of her clothes fit anymore. She knows how she looks. She probably feels absolutely terrible, and her one solace in life is that she's got this boyfriend who's home, and he cares about her, and he loves her.
And she's abusing her.
That's not abuse. Don't throw that word around, Bill. That's a strong word. Don't do that.
She's taking
abusing him.
She's taking advantage of
Stop it.
She's taking advantage of their love.
She's not. You're making it. That's what I don't. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. She's not trying to hurt him by doing this. She's hurting herself.
You don't know her. You don't know her.
And you don't know him.
Exactly. So why are you right and I'm wrong?
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm giving you my opinion. Isn't that why I'm here?
You really have a beautiful profile. You know that.
Don't try to throw me off.
No, I'm serious.
I appreciate that, but don't try to throw me off. All right.
That was a legitimate thought, but I was trying to throw you off a little bit. No, listen. If I just forgot the fuck I was going to say. No.
It would be very hard for me.
Go back what we were just talking about.
We were
but
saying...
this thing, no. She probably feels bad for herself. She probably blah blah blah. Hey, here's something. What if she doesn't? What if she doesn't give a fuck? There are those people. How do you know? There aren't those people who just don't give a fuck.
Because she's a woman and she's 5'3" and she's put on more than like 10 pounds, which is, it's just devastating for us. I'm 5'4" and I've been, what, about 25 pounds heavier? I understand.
Still look good though.
You liked me when I was a little bit heavier.
Yeah,
I
don't mind. I don't
You
mind.
said you liked it when I was a little bit thicker. So listen, it does show. It shows like nobody's business. You are right, sir. It shows. And
Right,
it does
and guys-
suck to have your formerly tight, hot body girlfriend all of a sudden not be that way.
I know, and if
I
she
get it,
looks like she's a retired athlete in her 50s at 24, I mean, what is he supposed to do? He is 27.
So he is still at that shallow age where he's like, you know, calling into question his relationship based on your partner's weight gain.
No,
That's the level of maturity he's at.
Nia, listen, that's a very serious fucking thing. To be that overweight at that age. I mean, if you do that to your body and you stay that way for 20 years, I mean, your body can only take that for so long. And when you're thinking about starting a family with somebody, they have to be around. They got to be involved. They can't be over in the corner, you know, with no energy, lethargic, and then having, on top of that, all kinds of fucking health. That's another thing, too, Nia. You're not going to be able to get fucking health insurance. I mean, what she's doing really is affecting both of them. I'm not trying to be a dick here, but like...
They're not even engaged, though. This is just his girlfriend. That's how you get her to lose weight. You should propose. She'll lose weight with the quickness. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, but then once they get married, she's going to go right back to the Doritos.
Well, then that just means that there is a significant emotional thing that needs to be addressed. So all that stuff that you did while you got her this great bike and a gym membership and all that stuff to support, first of all, that should tell you that a person is only going to change their lifestyle if they want to. Number one, that's the first lesson. That's with drugs or food or anything. Number two, that means you need to go deeper than just the kind of like, these are the things that you do to get healthy.
I got the answer
right here. That means you're
here.
either talking or you're suggesting therapy, or you go to therapy to talk about it or something. She probably needs to. If she's got like some sort of like eating addiction, food addiction or something.
I got the answer.
She's probably just fucking depressed. And when you're depressed, you smoke weed and you gain weight. Like, she's depressed. She's stressed out.
He needs to sit down and decide if it's worth it. Does he love this person enough to ride through this fucking storm? If you're not, if you don't feel that way, then you should just walk. Okay? And then breaking her heart is better than marrying her when you don't love her. So just break her heart, the stress of that and the sadness of that, she won't even be able to eat that big king every day. And she'll probably drop like 15.
Has he stopped loving her? Because if that's the case, then
he's calling their relationship into question. So
I have a problem with.
I don't know why. Because he's being honest. Why can't you fucking be honest? Why can't guys be who we are? We are visually. You know what I love about women is you fucking want to use that shit where visually attractive gets you a fucking drink. Or get you out of some shit. What do you mean? Ugh, like that doesn't fucking work. You want to use it when it works for you, and then you want to use that weakness when it's to your fucking advantage, and then when it's the other way, you want us to be these fucking understanding goddamn people. You want us to be guys when it gets you a free fucking drink.
We want guys to love us whether we're like the hot body or we gain some weight. That's what we want. We want to not.
Yeah, you want your cake and eat it. Literally.
We want to not be. We want to live in a world where we don't have to even fucking have this conversation. That's what we want.
Yeah, I want to be rude and fat and selfish
that's you. That's
and
you guys.
shop
Actually,
and do whatever I want to do, and I want you to still love me.
You guys are already rude and fat and disgusting and ridiculous, and you get to do that. But women can't do that.
As you interrupt me, I'm rude.
We have to be like the hot body, otherwise you call our relationship into question.
Oh, so this one guy is everybody now?
He's not everybody, but we're talking about just a general
you know
scope
what?
of
You
just said women like to do this and women like to do that, like it's all women. That's what I do? That's what I do?
Yeah, but I'm a moron. You're supposed to be a higher being. You're a female.
We are higher beings.
You're not.
Trust us.
You're not.
We
You're
are.
just as dumb as we are, just in different areas.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Being an emotional person makes you tuned into things that you, as a male, with your basic fucking basicness, can't understand. So we already are high, and we can like carry children. We've got some spiritual level shit that you'll never understand.
Exactly. And you know what we also have? We have some plow through some shit that you don't understand. That you don't understand.
Don't you think
because
you need
every
plow
time
through
you
some
look
shit
at,
and
can
emotional
I finish
shit?
a fucking thought?
No. Can't you be a plow through shit and an emotional? You need both of those things, don't you think?
Yeah, it's called the yin and the yang. But for some reason, you think your yang is better than my yin. And that's the fucking problem. And there's 50,000 shows on fucking TV. As much as you ladies complain about the images on TV, there's a zillion fucking things on TV that are telling you that you guys are right and guys are morons. Start with 90% of the fucking advertising when they show a man and a fucking woman in a relationship. Like that ridiculous one from a few years ago that I'll never fucking believe that they were actually, where she's sitting at the computer and the guy's outside, finds a beehive and literally sticks a broom handle up into the fucking thing. Mm-hmm. And is getting stung by bees because he's a dumb guy and she has to sit down and handle the family business at the fucking computer. Okay? Please do the chauvinistic version of that fucking commercial.
What do you mean, do the chauvinistic version of that? When the woman's done?
Have the guy figuring out the family business on a fucking computer as she's sitting there looking through a fashion magazine, or that's not even at the same level of ridiculousness. What is the female version of sticking a broom handle into a fucking beehive?
They're assuming that the woman is taking care of like the day-to-day run the household stuff, that the man is too busy working to figure out.
No,
so they're
go with the metaphor.
So they're trying to appeal to a woman's sensibility so that she'll like the product. And then she'll buy that. That's all like.
What about the metaphor?
Marketing.
No,
it's not like.
What about the metaphor that's going on there? That he's such a moron. He's trying to stick his fucking pole into any goddamn hole he can find. That's
not knowing he can get stung at any moment.
Yeah, always him getting hurt.
I need a man's advice. Well, what the fuck are you emailing me for? Longtime fan, recent subscriber to the podcast. I had no idea. I'm sorry. Well, I never promoted. You know, dude, why would you know about my fucking podcast? Isn't there like 9 zillion things on the, give yourself a break. There's a zillion things on the internet. There's free porn on the internet. The very fact that you even listen to 2 seconds of this is an unbelievable compliment. Anyways, he said, I'm a recent subscriber, but I've obsessively caught up and listened to like 5 months of Monday morning podcasts. Breaking Bad, Date Night, Chappelle Show, all your stand-ups, saw you recently at my hometown Minneapolis. Not a huge football fan. What are we getting to here? All right, well, thank you for, there was an arrow, said start here. Thank you for all those compliments, sir. All right, he says, hope you can see the arrow down. Emoji, I love emojis. Also tipsy for courage to write this. I don't know what the fuck that means. Are you spelling shit wrong? Anyways, he said, I've been manifesting feelings for one of my best guy friends of 15 years now. I'm 30 years old, and it seems like a no-brainer. Oh, this guy's drunk. Braining? Oh, this woman's drunk. Whoever the fuck this is. I'm 30 years old, and it seems like a no-braining that as friends, we make the go at seeing if it could be more. Oh, Jesus. Let me see if I can fucking get through this. This is like an English person or something who's drunk. I feel like what's holding me back I'm not 100% physically attracted to him. I'm worried if it doesn't work out, I risk the chance of losing a great friend. After a night of hanging out and drinking, I texted him, so why have we never messed around in our adult life? To which he responded, great question, I'm not sure. Jesus. To which I said, your what? Your epilepsy? ELLIPSIS? That's not epilepsy. Your ellipsis indicates an omission of words. People, I'm fucking dumb. Don't use this. What the fuck is that? Ellipsis.
What? I got to look this up. Ellipsis. You know, a lot of people are laughing, but a lot of people also want to hear the definition. Ellipsis is a series of dots that usually indicate an intentional omission of words, sentence, or whole sections. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, my world, that's ... I thought that said epilepsy. You know what it is? I start reading a word, and when I don't know what it is, I panic. Like Mayor Menino, and I just throw out a fucking word. Great question. He said, I'm not sure, ... To which point I said, your ellipsis indicates an omission of words, ... All right, you know what? Right there, I'm not fucking you. I'm assuming this is a woman at this point. Yeah. Anybody who uses the word, you're not even that to use the word ellipsis. I should own up to my own stupidity, or epilepsis. Indicates an omission of words. Right there, you're already putting him on the defensive. You know, you're already fucking like mind fucking him. Anyways, he said, hoping to get him to make the text move. He hasn't. Oh, you thought that if you wrote, I'm just going to keep saying ... because I'm paranoid. Everybody's laughing because I'm saying it wrong. Your ... indicates an omission of words, ... She says, hoping to get him to make the next move, ... He hasn't. So is it on me to make the next move? Is the risk of ruining the relationship not worth it? Is it even worthy of your podcast? What do I do? The person says. I feel like regardless of if you read this or not, this is where I say thanks and go fuck yourself. All right. Well, look, if you actually seriously want to explore a relationship with somebody, it's probably not a good idea to start the relationship after a night of drinking with texting. I would think. I think that's a sober move. Now, if you just want to fuck the dude, then yeah, drunk texting is great. But I would leave out the big words in case he's a dummy like me. I don't know. What is the next move? Well, if you want to pursue it, I would bring up the text. Said, sorry, I was a little drunk when I texted you, but I was, You know what? Don't do this. This whole thing is set up wrong. You just wrote, why have we never messed around in our adult life? You didn't say, how come have you never taken me to a movie? You've basically, the relationship you're setting up here is a fuck buddy. So if that's what you want, I would say full steam ahead. If that isn't what you want, I don't know how to finesse around the drunk text that you sent. So why have we never messed around in our adult life? Great question. I'm not sure. Your ellipsis, I'm saying that right, indicates an omission of words. Who the fuck would ever text that this? The guy's already drunk. He probably looked at what? He probably fucking held the phone up to his drunk roommate. What does that say? Huh? Why is she talking about epilepsy? I don't know what to tell you, ma'am. But if you want to hook up with them, it's there. It's there. Come on, you're a female. Jesus Christ, how hard can it be? You putting it out there like that? You're all set. As far as there being a love connection, I don't see it. I would do something different. Go fucking take a cooking class together. You got to do some I'm taking you seriously type of stuff. I don't know. You're not that physically attracted to the guy? You're drunk texting him. You know what? You need some halftime adjustments. That's what I would do. All right? You're better than this. You can't go hook up with a guy that you're attracted to. Don't settle for less, sweetheart. All right? You need to sober up like me. You need to get out of the fog. I'm doing it this week. You do it too. Go hang out with some different people. Go find a good-looking chap that you're attracted to. And, go fucking have a cup of tea with them or some shit, whatever you do. I'm guessing you're from somewhere else because just the way some of the expressions beyond that word I couldn't read that I've never heard. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Anyways, that gave me a headache.